Hey everybody, Stephanie Brewer here from Kids First Education coming at you with Math in a Minute. Today we're going to look at transformation of functions. Now we're not going to look at all transformations, we're just going to look at a couple to get started. Let's start with the function y equal x squared. We know that that's a quadratic function and that it looks like this. It's a parabola. And I've marked the vertex and I will do so on every slide today. So when we look at that, we can see it's turning upward with a vertex. Well, let's look and see what happens if we just add 2 to this function. Now I've used a graphing calculator and I'm pasting my picture here. What happened to this parabola? Well, we can see it shifted up 2 units. Well, let's do that again. Start with x squared. But this time we're going to subtract 1. This time the parabola shifted down 1 unit. Now we could do this over and over and over again with the graphing calculator, but we're going to come up with a generalization. And that is, if I add some value k to my quadratic function, or to my function period, then this is going to be a shift up and down, which is called vertical. So this is a vertical shift. All right, let's move on and look at x squared again, but this time, instead of adding a quantity on the outside, we're going to add 2 on the inside of the parentheses. So this is the quantity x plus 2 squared. Well, when we look at the picture, here's what happened. We can see that this quadratic function shifted 2 units to the left. So we have add 2 in the parentheses, but the opposite direction happened in the graph. Okay, let's do it again. This time we're going to subtract 1, so the quantity x minus 1 squared. And here's what happened. This time it shifted to the right. So let's see if we can come up with some generalizations. Well, if I add k, whether it's a positive k or negative k, then I am going to shift left and right. So that's going to be a horizontal shift. Okay, one more, but we're not going to look at the full extent of the next one, just one little thing. So if I have y equal x squared, and I multiply negative 1 times, this is what happens. Well, what happened? Some people will say it flipped over the x-axis. The appropriate vocabulary is that it reflected across the x-axis. So this is called y equal k x squared. If k is negative, this is a reflection over the x-axis. Now we've briefly covered a couple of these, so let's actually go on and try to take a little Jamboard quiz and see if we can get some of these correct. Some of them are a little more difficult than others. There will be a screen to pause in between so you can try your hand at it. So we want you to match the transformation to the equation, and you can just drag it over if you're on the Jamboard. If not, just match the letter to the number. Make sure that you pause. Don't look ahead, because next is the answer. And here it is. If you notice in yellow, I went ahead and rewrote those in vertex form for you so that you would know how those are the solution. This has been Math in a Minute or Two, coming at you from Kids First Education. For more Math in a Minute videos, visit our website at www.kidsfirst.llc. Kids first, always.